Hey guys, my name is Tim, and in this video I want to show you the easiest and best way to add in client logos, partner logos, sponsors, awards, and any other images that need to be perfectly aligned inside of a grid in Elementor. These are all things that a lot of websites have, but if you just go ahead and add in images and try to deal with their sizes later, you're gonna have a bad time. Because you need to adjust the sizes of each individual image to make things look balanced. And when you do that, nothing looks right, the spacings are all wrong. Ugh, horrible. There's an easier way, a better way, so let me show you. The trick is to prepare your images properly before you ever upload them. That's the case with all images on websites, but for these grid layouts specifically, here's what you want to do. You want to make sure each image has the exact same proportions, the same aspect ratio. The aspect ratio I like to use is 4:2. So if my artboard, my image, is 400 pixels wide, it should be 200 pixels tall. And each final logo image will have that exact same size. I actually use 600 by 300 pixels, but it's the same aspect ratio. And that's the whole point. It can be anything, it just has to be consistent. When we upload the image, this will be the final aspect ratio and the final size of the image. But for the actual images inside of these, for the actual logos, their sizes are going to be different from each other. Once you have all of your artboards with the same size prepared, start adding in your logos. Adjust their sizes until they look balanced visually. Keyword: visually. Forget pixel perfect, it's never gonna work with images that are as different from each other as logos are. Logos that are long but aren't tall are gonna be wider. Logos that are taller are gonna need to be narrower. So within these artboards, within these identical boxes, zoom out and adjust the sizes of individual logos until they look okay as a whole. Before we continue, if this is helpful, please make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. It really helps me out a whole lot, and it will help show this video to more viewers so they can benefit from it as well. By the way, if you're using Illustrator, I recommend you add in a blank object, so no fill, no stroke, in the exact size of your artboard, just so you have no issues because of empty space when exporting. So once you have all of the logos ready, just go ahead and export them however you want. I always recommend using SVGs if at all possible, because the file sizes are going to be way smaller than JPEGs or PNGs, and the quality will be perfect because it's a vector file format. But I realize SVGs aren't always an option when dealing with logos of other companies, so use whatever works for you. To export all of them at once, what you can do is go under File, Export, Export As. Over here you can change the file name, and you can change the file type, so SVG, JPEG, PNG. I'm gonna keep it SVG. The important thing you need to check is Use Artboards. And here you can export all of them at once, or you can define a specific range. I want to export all of them, so I'm going to check all, and then I'm going to press Export. Then I'm going to press OK, and just like that, all of my logos are exported at the same time. So now we have our logos exported and ready, so let's go over the actual setup in Elementor. From this point on, it's extremely quick and extremely easy. We're going to be using a grid container instead of regular containers. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to drag in a grid container. And as soon as I do that, first I'm going to remove the padding. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in an image widget. I'm going to set the size to full, the width to 100%, and I'm going to set the width under advanced to full width 100%. The reason I always do this is just because there's an annoying bug in Elementor where things overlap on tablet and mobile and the layouts break, and this is a really easy fix. If that ever happens, just go ahead, go under advanced and set your elements to full width. Works for HTML widgets, works for images, works for all kinds of stuff. So that's the trick. But because the bug happens so often and because I've had so many issues with it, I just got into the habit of doing this for every single image. You don't have to do it, but I do it. So under content, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose an image, and I'm going to go ahead and upload one of the images I just exported. So I'm going to go into choose image, upload files, and I'm going to select my number one, my first logo. And then I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate it as many times as I want to fit all of the logos. And then I'm just going to go ahead and replace the images. So now I have all of my client logos ready. So the only thing that's left is to adjust the grid. So I'm going to go into the grid, go under layout, and over here I can adjust the number of columns and rows I want. I usually just adjust the number of columns because the rows then get filled up automatically. So I'm going to set the number of columns to 5. Let's say I want 5 logos in one row. And just like that, I have 5 of them in a row. I can do 3, I can do 4, however many, it doesn't matter. Under gaps, you can adjust the gaps between your elements. So in this case, your logos. By default, I have it set to 2 REM. So I'm just going to set it to 0. I can set it to 4 REM, not pixels. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's always going to scale up or down perfectly. So all of the logos are going to stay perfectly proportional to each other. You can reorder things really easily to get it to look even more balanced. Some logos are going to look better next to other logos. Some are going to look better next to others. Some are tall, some are wide. So just dropping them all in without any kind of clear order doesn't always work. So visually, you can make sure everything looks nice and balanced. So once you're happy with how everything looks on desktop, if you want a different order for different screen sizes, because what may look best on desktop may not look best on mobile, what you can do is give each individual image its own order. So if we go into our mobile version, the first thing I'm going to do is just set the grid to have 2 columns instead of 1, but I want a different order now. What I can do is go into each individual image, go under advanced, and under order, select custom. I'm going to give the first one a custom order of 1, the second one a custom order of 3, the third one a custom order of 2, and so on. I'm just going to mix it up. Just remember that all of them need to have a custom order number for this to work properly. Once I do all of that, you're going to notice that in Elementor, in the editor, it's showing up as the first element in our grid being empty. That's not actually the case. On the live page, it's showing up correctly. That is just one of those Elementor bugs, Elementor quirks that I hope they're going to fix eventually. But otherwise, if we look at our desktop version, you're going to see that the logos now have a different order. So the underdog logo is in the 2nd place on desktop and in 3rd place on mobile. The user-centric logo is 5th on desktop and 4th on mobile, and so on and so on. If this order is confusing you, or if the grids are confusing you and you want to learn everything you need to know about all of these settings and containers to use them like a professional, I have an awesome detailed tutorial about that, so go check it out if you're interested. The link will be in the description. And if you need to adjust the size of one of the images because you take a look and you realize this one's too big, this one's too small, no problem. You're just going to go ahead and adjust it in Illustrator, export it, and upload it again, and you're done. You have a perfectly balanced, very easy to use logo/award/whatever grid that's incredibly simple to adjust and work with. No messing around with widths, heights, padding, or anything else. Speaking of perfectly balanced, this next video is going to balance out your day perfectly. Whatever you need today, you're going to find in that video. Okay, maybe not, but it's a good video, so go check it out. And make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching.